So I wanted to share this other way of looking at beliefs that I thought was sort of brilliant, but I'll leave it to you to tell me what you think about it. Um, so so when I years ago when I was thinking about thoughts and beliefs, here's this is sort of my own animated uh, PowerPoint keynote. So here you are, or here I am, like going about your life. And then, as we were saying before, like I consider thoughts to be like birds in the sky. Like each thought is like they're birds that are floating around, or they're in the atmosphere. They're just flying around, just and these birds are like not connected to us, but they just exist, right? There's tons of thoughts, tons of ideas that exist in the world. And then here we are, look at what's on top of our head. There's a little nest there. It's like, okay, which birds want to land in my nest? Okay, like my nest is open. This is you after meditating. You're like, okay, I'm clear, I'm open, right? And so, as I said, then each of these birds has carries a particular thought. These are thought birds. Okay, so this one says, creativity comes easily to me. Okay, that's a nice bird. And then I'm too old to go for my dreams. Okay, there's another bird, right? Life is good. That's another bird, right? So there are these birds, like you may be watching TV, somebody says something like, okay, there's a thought bird, there it is, right? And so all of these just simply exist, right? They're thoughts, statements, whatever, okay? And then say something happens where all of a sudden you're experiencing something very challenging and it seems very insurmountable, um, and you don't have a solution in sight, and you begin to develop this feeling state of worry, right? So all of a sudden, here, this is your own pigpen cloud. Worry. Can you see it? It's like a cloud there. Okay. So it's like, oh, worry, I'm worried right now. And because then we're in that feeling state, there's a thought bird that suddenly appears. And which one is it? Uh-oh. This one is the life is a struggle thought bird. Like, it looks a little bit bigger than the other birds, right? And so then because we're in this feeling state, this field state becomes receptive to then thoughts that are resonant with that field of energy we have. Like I'm in a state of worry, or I'm tired, I'm hungry. Like there's feeling states, even physical states that we have that attract certain kinds of thoughts and birds. And so then what ends up happening then is we notice that bird is different from the other birds. We give it more focus and attention. We keep on looking at it. And then what's going to happen? Dun, dun, dun. The bird goes and lands in your nest. Okay. So here then is another way to look at beliefs, right? That a belief is a thought that you allow to take up residence in your head. Okay. So that's all it is. We invited it, we welcomed it, and now we're letting it sit and stay a while in our nest. Okay. So now this belief is here. Okay. And here's the thing about this big bird, right, in your nest. Even though it's not a part of you, because you know it's separate, it actually comes to feel like it's a new fixture in your life. It's almost like it's a hat that becomes a part of your wardrobe, so that now you're wearing this becomes who you are. We tend to think of it as our identity, like, oh, this is who I am. Life is a struggle, right? And as I mentioned earlier, not only do you feel it on you, and it's weighing heavily on you, seeing how heavy it is on your head, right? In many other cases, other people will see it as part of your new wardrobe, right? They'll feel it in your energy space. Like, oh, there that person is with their life is a struggle wardrobe. I see them. Okay. Let me get away from that. So you get to choose whether you want to be in that energy. So when it's comfy in your nest, it might lay some eggs, multiplying the thought. Yeah, it's true, right? That I love that. I'm going to add some eggs in that that graphic now. Word. I purposefully use that word allow because these birds are just flying wherever, right? And so then we become receptive to different kinds of thoughts based on our feeling state. And so it's our feeling state then that helps to allow certain kinds of thoughts to come in, right? And so imagine my feeling state was more uplifting, like, oh yeah, everything comes easily to me, like life is joyous and everyone is always helping me out and life is, life is so good. There's a field there then that where that life is a struggle, it can't come in because it's actually repelled by your field. And so then we're not giving it space or any kind of there's no welcome mat at the door for that owl to come in. It's like, nope, go away, shoo away. And then we'll invite those other kinds of thought birds like to come and lay residence in our head. So thank you for that. Yes.